Hello friends, it's indeed an honor to have with us Dr. Haider Hassan Khan, one of the star performers and one of the toppers of FMG June 2021 exam. Welcome Dr. Haider.
Thank you so much, sir, for the great compliment.
And first of all, I'd like to start today's session by congratulating not just you, but your parents and your family on such a wonderful achievement.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Dr. Haider, kindly introduce yourself in detail.
Myself, Dr. Haider Hassan Khan. I have done my MBBS from Nanjing Medical University in China. I live in Jaipur and currently I am doing internship in SMS Hospital, Jaipur.
Okay, Dr. Haider, Nanjing, China. How is doing MBBS from a foreign soil different from that doing the same course in India?
Actually, sir, it's totally a different thing from doing MBBS from China because China is totally a different country. We have lots of research program over there. We have very fast investigation technologies over there, which do not take a lot of time.
Okay.
And we have a medical simulation center in our university in which we can do like a lumbar puncture, the IV sampling, the intubation in dummies.
Okay.
So it helps us to get rid out of fear or afraid.
Okay, that's wonderful, Dr. Haider. And if I may ask, let's start your journey from the beginning. What made you plan to pursue your MBBS from a foreign soil?
Truly speaking, sir, I was not that a good student from the high school. I also attended the NEET UG examination, but I didn't score well.
Okay.
And I don't want to waste 1 year of my life again. So I decided to go to the China for pursuing the MBBS.
Okay, that's quite a candid confession. Dr. Haider, now post MBBS, what made you come back to India to pursue your further medical career?
Actually, sir, India is our motherland. By the default, we have to come here to get the registration or to do the FMG examination. And most important, the patient exposure. Here we can get a lots of patient exposure, the many rare and very important syndrome we used to study in books only. And much more important, like I want to serve in India. And in the rural India, we still have 1 out of 10 patient in the TB. So I want to serve in India because the rural India really need us. There is a lack of eligible doctor in the rural area. And one of the most important thing is the festival vibe, the culture, and the most important, the food.
Friends, Dr. Haider has actually driven home a very important point. This we have been seeing in our medical career also. What we get to see that these are rare syndromes, rare diseases on the planet. Actually, we get to see them regularly on a routine basis in our OPDs in the medical colleges in the country. Wonderful. Now, Dr. Haider, you went to foreign soil to do your MBBS. You came back. You attempted the FMG screening exam, which is not an easy exam, and you managed to get such an exceptional result. So, did you expect that?
Absolutely not, sir. It was a great achievement for me. I was just thinking about to getting 160 to 170 marks, but to getting a 229 marks is really a great thing for me.
Okay. Now, friends, 229 marks means you have scored more than 80% marks. So, how would you like to rate the FMG paper June 2021 on a scale of 0 to 10? We can say 0 is the most easy part or the most easy to attempt the exam, and 10 is the most difficult. So, on a scale of 0 to 10?
Sir, actually I can't say the FMG examination was so easy or was too tough. I can give a score of 7 marks because many people say that FMG June session and December session was easy. Actually, it was not like that. The question frame was not that lengthy, but they twisted in the options also.
Okay.
So I find it a bit difficult.
Okay, but still you managed to score 229 marks. So I get a vibe or a feeling that you must have a planned strategy in place. So what should be the strategy for students? Should they jump in the exam with a planned strategy, or it is better to go for the exam without a strategy in place?
Absolutely, sir. The strategy will make a very important role while doing preparation for any examination. You can take any examination like FMG, USMLE, NEET, PG, and INICT also, the PLEB also. Because without strategy, we can't even clear a single exam. I can share you a small story. Like when I took the prep ladder, I just loved in the medicine, the patho, the obs gynae, and the PSM. So I devoted many months to them, and when I suddenly scrolling the previous year questions paper, I suddenly realized that doing only those 3 or 4 subjects, it's not enough to clear the exam. So then I just changed my strategy, and I gave appropriate and a quality of time to each and every subject. Then I jump on each and every subject.
Okay, friends, Dr. Heather has driven home another very useful point, that you don't have to be master of one or few subjects only. Rather, you should be jack of all the trades to clear any exam in the country. So this all of you must keep in mind. Dr. Heather, at what point in time did you devise a preparation strategy and you actually started preparing?
Actually, sir, I started for preparing around my final year examination.
Okay.
Because in starting I took individual application of prep letter, like for the Marva sir and for you, and also for the Prasanvish sir.
Okay.
And then I think it's a better idea to get a whole prep letter
Okay.
application, and I upgraded to the prep letter application.
Okay. So did you draw some schedule or a timetable for your preparation?
Yes, sir, I made a schedule. First of all, I can say that in starting I devoted 3 to 4 months in my most favorite subject, for example, medicine, surgery, the obs-gynae, and the patho. But I devoted around 4 to 5 months on those subjects.
Okay.
And when I scrolling the previous year questions, I suddenly realized that doing only 4 to 5 subjects is not enough to clearing any license exam.
Okay.
Then I just changed my strategy,
Okay.
and then I devoted the quality of time to each and every subject in appropriate way.
Okay, that is wonderful that you had a course correction on your own.
Thank you.
During the preparation. Wonderful, Dr. Heather. Now, Dr. Heather, I know it's easy to make a timetable or schedule, but difficult to stick to that. So once you drew a schedule or a timetable of all the 19 subjects, were you able to follow it up properly?
Actually, sir, I made a schedule which is impossible to achieve.
Okay.
I made a schedule like around I have to do the medicine in 10 days, the obs-gynae in 7 days, the patho in 7 days, which is absolutely not achievable. So I back to the reality, and I devoted the each and every subject the quality of time, because devoting the much time to each and individual subject is not enough. We have to divide the time according to each and every subject, because each and every subject is important. Because in license exam they won't ask that this question is from medicine and this question from the PSM.
True.
Because all are interlinked nowadays.
Okay. There must have been days where you were not able to stick to your schedule or a timetable. So what did you do to come back or fall back into the groove?
Actually, sir, I already mentioned in my previous videos that my father was so ill during my preparation days. My mother also got ill.
Okay.
So I took 2 months off from my study.
Okay.
I was totally out from the track of study.
Okay.
And then I suffered from COVID also,
Oh.
which also wasted 1 month of my life. Then I feel so much depressed, and I was so anxious to study again, to sit on the table again. But when I started again, then I was confused that I have to start again or I just need to revise.
Okay.
But when I started again, I try to get over from such a long gap.
Okay. And how's the health of your parents right now?
My parents are really doing good.
Okay, that's wonderful to know.
Thank you, sir.
Now, Dr. Heather will like to go into the details of your preparation strategy, because thousands of students are going to watch this interview and plan their strategy accordingly. So, how many hours a day you actually used to study?
Actually, sir, I studied only 8 to 10 hours because more than that I feel sleepy or I get bored by studying. So I only studied 8 to 10 hours, and then even during those 8 to 10 hours, even if I get bored, I used to scroll the YouTube, the Insta, but I only scroll the medical pages, the medical videos only. Because if I watch a music video or a web series, I just totally out of track and I will do something else rather than study.
Friends, believe me, what Dr. Heather is telling you, 8 to 10 hours a day is also not easy, but this is the minimum you will have to do if you have to really have a wonderful result like Dr. Heather. Now, Dr. Heather, you told that you were having 3 or 4 favorite subjects, but ultimately every student has to go through all the 19 subjects.
Exactly, sir.
So while preparing, looking at the subject marks distribution, did you focus more on some subjects and less focus on other subjects?
Actually, sir, the subject which are very much in the high weightage, I used to do from the main videos,
Okay.
the main notes from the NEET PG course, because
Okay.
I want to clear my concept, because I already made a plan for the NEET PG
Okay.
from the 3rd to 4th year.
Okay, great.
So I devoted whole time for the medicine, the PSM, surgery, and the obsgyny also, the
Okay.
patho also.
Hmm.
And for the minor subject, I used to do the rapid revision,
Okay.
which helped me to cope all the subject in once and without any anxiety and without any panic attack.
Okay, that's wonderful to know. Now, Dr. Heather, coming to your journey, it must be having ups and downs. So, do you remember any very bad experience, very good experience before the exam, during exam, or even after the exam or result?
Sir, the journey was really a wonderful. As we know, each and every individual has a good and bad day during their preparation. Same as with me. Before the 15 days before the exam, I was just got frustrated, the confused, and I was try to make a complaint about a single and small thing,
Okay.
like for the food, the salt is more, the salt is less, and many much more thing which I really don't want to share with you right now. And this kind of thing, it's a natural thing which everyone has to suffer.
True.
But in the last, if your concept are really good, you will find very easy as compared to the
Okay.
grand test or a mock test.
So, okay, very right. So, the good thing is, despite all the frustrations creeping in, you kept on studying and studying.
Exactly.
Okay. Dr. Heather, I know preparing for FMG exam is not easy. So, you also must have had your fair share of bad days. So, what kept you motivated during those bad days? Also, if I may ask, when one starts preparing for any exam, initially there is enthusiasm, but as the time passes on and exam approaches, there is a decline in the enthusiasm. So, what kept you regain your focus? So, how did you keep yourself motivated? How did you manage to regain your focus time and again for the exam preparation?
Sir, I kept my self-focus by giving grand test twice a week
Okay.
before 2 months,
Okay.
before the 2 month of examination. In every week, I have to use the grand test or the mock test or the previous year questions,
Okay.
which helped me to get motivated.
Okay.
And I decided that in this exam, I scored that much, but from the next time, I have to score more than that.
Okay.
That was my strategy. And about the grand test, I thought that doing a grand test and doing the another grand test without revising the previous grand test
Okay.
was a bad idea.
Okay.
Because in the new grand test, you don't have any idea your previous mistakes or your previous silly mistakes. You can
Okay.
learn from the revising those questions also.
Okay. Now, Dr. Heather, if let's go into detail. While preparing for this particular exam, beside grand test, anything else that one should focus on to achieve a good score in the exam?
Sir, according to me, the doing MCQ is really a good thing for each and every day. What I think that doing 50 MCQs per day
Okay.
is better than to revise a notes to a whole day.
Okay.
Because in 50 MCQs, if you made 30 mistakes, you can get opportunity to learn the 30 new things in such a small amount of time.
Okay.
Then to revise those things which are not usually kept in mind for a long time as we compare to the notes.
Okay, that makes logical sense also, because since your exam is MCQ based, so
Exactly,
regular
sir.
practice of MCQ is a must for success in the exam. Okay. Dr. Heather, how important is you feel to stay in touch with your friends and family during the course of preparation for this exam?
Sir, it is really important to get in touch with your family and friends while doing the preparation, because I saw many students who doing preparation staying away from their family. Because I stayed with my family during my preparation, and I know they motivated me a lot of time. Even when they got sick or ill, they still say that why are you wasting your time? Just go and study. You are so hardworking, so please don't waste your time. My elder brother are so motivated. He said that don't worry about the family and other matter. I can handle all those. You are just a bright student, so don't waste your single amount of time. And my friends, they trusted me a lot. Even though they didn't know how much I studied, they still say that यार तू बहुत अच्छी तरह पढ़ाई करता है, हमको तेरे से बहुत उम्मीद है. So these kind of thing motivated me a lot.
Dr. Heather, this particular interview is going to be watched by thousands of students who would like to repeat your success in their own examinations. So any piece of advice you like to give to those FMG aspirants who are going to appear in the upcoming FMG exam?
I would like to give the advice to the FMG aspirant who are going to appear in the December one. Like, there is not too much time left, so don't study the new topics or the topic you left. I can say that just focus on those things which you have studied 1 or 2 months ago, and keep revising all topics. And more important is doing MCQs.
Okay.
MCQs is very, very important, because while doing MCQs you can get to know why are you lagging behind, and why are your scoring is not getting increased in the grand test and mock test. And I strongly suggested you to give us like grand test, the mock test, and go thoroughly from the previous year paper. And doing MCQ is make your last resort. And for the minor subject, I can suggest that doing the rapid revision. Rapid revision is a really good thing to cope up all the minor subject, because in rapid revision all the dream faculty already mentioned the very important topics which are thoroughly coming in the examination since many years. And I can't say that you can find even every single question from the rapid revision also.
Okay. Dr. Heather, suppose I am a first year student who is going to a foreign soil today. What should I do for my exam when it will come to me after, let's say, 5 years?
Like, if you are going in a first year, I can strongly recommend it to get an enjoy, and then you get focused on concept, because concept are really good.
Okay.
Because even in my first year and second year, I used to start watching the Dr. Najib's lecture, which really helped me to build a focus, which are still help me even today to get some knowledge or to get a clinical core. And the many Indian author books, for example, like A.K. Khurana for ophthalmology, the Dhingra for the ENT, and the review books of the dream faculty team, for example, like pharmacology, the PSM, the Pritesh Singh surgery essence. It's really wonderful if you are studying from the first year onwards.
Okay.
And don't be panicked, we still have a lot of time to get the exam.
Okay.
Just enjoy your MBBS journey.
Okay. Friends, while having an informal chit chat with Dr. Heather just prior to this interview, I came to know some interesting facts and story about how he got to see his result. So let's hear direct from the horse's mouth. Dr. Heather, what was that interesting story?
Actually, sir, when the result came, I was just scrolling my roll number, and I mistakenly, due to the anxiety, I saw a wrong roll number, and it's mentioned 122 marks, which is not even in the eligible criteria for FMG. I was totally depressed. My parent was asking how much marks you got. I said I didn't even get the result yet. I was totally depressed. I shut off the light, and I was just thinking about myself that I was not that bad during my examination. So I think that I have to check again. I saw my roll number and then I saw a list. I saw that there is a marks of 229. The upper line is filled, then the lower line is filled. I was in a shock, and it was a big achievement for me. I didn't even realize that it was mine marks. But it is much more happier than if I saw this before.
Okay, so it was a jump of 120 to directly 220's marks for you.
Yes, sir.
So how did you celebrate at that moment?
Sir, I just hugged my parents, hugged my elder brother who motivated me all the times, and after that I crashed a really good party.
Okay, so in the end I'd like to ask you one more thing. What are your plans for the future now?
Sir, I will tell you this in the decreasing order. The first of all, my dream is to get a seat in the INICT examination, then the NEET PG, and if it is not, God forbid, if I am not able to get a seat, then I will try for the USMLE examination.
Okay, we wish you all the best.
Thank you
I'm
so much,
sure
sir.
you'll pass with flying colors in that exam also, whichever you attempt.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Thank you so much, sir.
Now let's cut down the seriousness a little. Dr. Heather, we are going to play an interesting game with you.
Sure.
Never have I ever. I'm going to give you some never have I ever situations, And if your answer is yes, then you'll have to take a shot. And friends, this is just a soft drink. Remember that. So, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let us start. First question. Never have I ever missed a target that I set for myself.
Many times, sir.
Okay. I think it's part and parcel of a medico's life. Next one. Never have I ever spent a whole day scrolling through the phone.
A lot of times, sir.
Oh. So phones are a part and parcel of every student's life now, but cut down it a bit. Next one. Never have I ever panicked in the examination hall.
Never.
Never? Okay, I like to drink that. Okay, but that's wonderful. Next one. Never have I ever fallen asleep while studying.
Never, sir.
Never? Okay, I am different here. Okay, next one. Never have I ever been late to an exam.
Many times, sir.
Many times. Okay, Dr. Heather is diagrammatically opposite to me. I have never been ever late to any class of mine in last 17 years. Okay. Never have I ever went to the library to study but instead fell asleep.
Rather than fall asleep, I used to scrolling a mobile.
Okay, that's wonderful. Next one. Never have I ever lied to my parents about going out.
Many times, sir.
Okay. That's a wonderful thing to know about such a studious student. Okay. Never have I ever lied about my age.
Never, sir.
Okay. Never have I ever crashed a party.
Many times, sir.
Okay, this I can share during my MBBS days. I have done it a lot of times. And finally, never have I ever fought with my girlfriend during the exam preparation.
Many times, sir.
Okay. That is wonderful to know. Dr. Heather, thank you so much for taking out time for this interview. Heartfelt thanks, because I'm sure many FMG aspirants are going to watch this video and try to emulate not just your preparation strategy, but success in the forthcoming FMG exam also. Thank you.
Welcome, sir.